Well, first opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the New Orleans Saints.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
On to get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And we are underway from the Superdome. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
To the air right away. Here's Shuck. That is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
To throw now, Shuck. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. Their opening drive here is going to result in a punt. They got 7 yards there, but not enough. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They'll indeed go. Here's Shuck. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with a football. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Now run straight ahead with Warren. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Here's a 2nd and 8. On the give, it's Warren. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Running left, it's Warren. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
26.
Now Rodgers. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
14 yards.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
319.
A handoff for Warren. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal.
319.
Throwing is Rodgers. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Calvin Austin, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers.
Makes the score Steelers 7, Saints nothing. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown, so now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it, sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Here's Shuck. Finding Taysom Hill complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
2nd and 10 at the Steelers' 34-yard line.
Shuck now to throw. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go over the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
Third down, Shuck from the gun. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
To throw is Shuck.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A gain of 12 on 4th and 10, just enough for the conversion. And defensively, an opportunity slips away.
At the 22-yard line.
So after the conversion on 4th, here's 1st and 10, just outside of the red zone.
They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15.
1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Second down and a yard.
18, Pioneer. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Now Shuck.
On the check down, he finds Kamara.
And the Saints are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 of the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Now a timeout called for by the defense, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Cougar 19.
Throwing, Shuck. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Let's go. 19 light, 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
Here's Shuck out of the shotgun.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Out now is the field goal unit for New Orleans. And this one is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
Now maybe a moral victory of sorts. They're on the board here late in the first half, but this offense just hasn't looked that sharp.
Yeah, but at least they got the 3 points, right? At least have something to, quote-unquote, hang their hats on and maybe feel a little bit better about themselves as they head to the half.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Rodgers now to throw.
Man open downfield. It's Metcalf.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down.
1st and goal, Pittsburgh.
Right now, you got this. 319.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
Rodgers sacked. A loss of 6 yards. It's 2nd down and goal.
And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This a 31-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. There he goes, right side. He's inside the 20. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Steelers. And people still trying to get back to their seats from the concession stand here at the start of the 3rd quarter, and boom, we got points on the board.
And you just identified why the bulk of stadiums have increased presence in the concession areas, right? TVs, loudspeakers, so people can still follow the game. And right now, they're bummed out that they missed that big return to start this half.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Here we go, set. 70 Lions. Warriors 7, check up.
From the shotgun, it's Shock.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
But when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
Buffalo, 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Go.
They'll throw. Here's Shock.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. Had a first down on that last catch as well. They'll look to throw again. There's Chris Olave. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Another Saints first down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Shock looking to throw once more. Caught along the sideline by Olave. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 21. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara. A 21-yard touchdown run. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we didn't put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
Now flags, and we're going to get a delay of game. So that flag will set him back 5 yards. Now for the point after.
Extra point.
And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10.
Makes the score Steelers 17, Saints 10.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The play over before it really got started thanks to Pete Werner. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
On the run, it's Warren. And he'll push forward to the 37, gain of 2. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, That would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's got his target. That's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 39. So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3/4 of play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll run it. Warren. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Now a run with Warren. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down at the 32-yard line. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Here's Rodgers throwing quickly to the flat. And he will have a Steelers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. And if you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice game.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. A quick target here, complete to Metcalf. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 16. What a throw right there for the first down. He has taken some real punishment in this game, but still standing in the pocket, completing that one.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth of the rush and delivering there for that big strike and that big pickup?
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. And they will take a knee here.
Well, you really can't ask for much more than what we just had here. Not only a close game that went down to the wire, Charles, but a clean one, too. No turnovers in this contest.
And I think you're exactly right about that. To me, this is just a pair of offenses trying to find the slightest bit of separation from each other. And they were both hoping that the other side would make the big mistake first. But today, neither side made that mistake. And what we got, a very entertaining game throughout.
Just north of the Delaware Expressway and east of Broad Street, we find ourselves at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly.
Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Philadelphia Eagles.
It's an old-school battle in the Keystone State of Pennsylvania. The Eagles and the Steelers are underway.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Hurts.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Throwing is Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith.
And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation, but they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
That's another Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Here's Hurts to throw.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it, because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. How you like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you?
And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a game.
319! Inside! 630!
Here's Warren.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
It's 3rd down and 4.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On third down, Warren. And he will have the first down as he's up to his 17-yard line. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion. Big conversion. They were backed up deep to start the drive, able to pick up the first.
So the goal is at least a first down here, right? Pick up a first down, give yourself some breathing room, and if you have to punt after that, maybe you've helped with field position and you've helped out your defense.
And avoided a 3-and-out on their opening drive. Now they'll throw with Rodgers.
Finding space at the 40. Down the left sideline. Inside the 20.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Calvin Austin, 83 yards. And the Steelers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Well, they said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
Boswell on now to kick this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. From the 34-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Hurts sets up to throw it.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down.
Alex Highsmith.
He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long.
They'll set up a throw. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He'll try to do it himself.
Ooh, the juke. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Looking to throw. Now Hurts is going to do it himself. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Well, firing in that time, it was Nick Herbig. Credit him with a sack. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14.
Hey, let's go.
And the Steelers signal for another timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Hey, 73. Good. Out.
He'll drop to throw. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A.J. Brown, as the first half is winding down. And the Eagles have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
The game at 7. Jake Elliott to kick
So
off
not
for
much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Escapes the defender. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Across the formation, he hits Austin. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Steelers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Jake Elliott to kick off.
Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. Sheds off the tackle. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
We need team.
Rodgers throwing quickly out wide. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
Steelers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
396. 319.
They fire this one quickly to Austin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
On first down, it's Warren. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
At the 48-yard line.
Number 50, 319. 319. 319.
They'll keep it on the ground. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fool them with the inside run.
They'll run on first down. It's Warren. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Now a handoff up the middle. Warren. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
319.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Third down, trying to get a little bit closer. From here, the field goal would be 55 yards. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
319. Jump out. Number 50. Hey, you block over here. Get 300. Get 300.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. That is caught. And he is going to have the Steelers first down, and that was something else. A big pickup on 4th and long to give them a new set of downs.
Boy, for most of us, that has taken a big risk in the 4th quarter of a tie game. But this is a head coach that has absolute confidence in his offense. And they repay that trust by not just getting a first down, but getting big yardage as well.
Warren, touchdown, Pittsburgh.
And this is the time of game where offensive lines can really dictate a team's fortunes. It's been a tough battle. They've been out there for a long time. But this was a question of who can wear down who. And that's excellent work to put a long drive together and finish it with the touchdown run to take the lead.
Extra point now by Boswell. He's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Steelers 14, Eagles 7. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Up the middle with Barkley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
And an Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 48.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Hey, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here.
This is caught. It's Brown. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
Yes, down by a touchdown. They needed a big play here quickly, and they got one. And now, plenty of time. No need to panic, but you do need to move quickly.
Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left.
Now 1st and goal.
They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. He's back to throw.
Now Hurts is going to do it himself.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Jalen Hurts finding A.J. Brown. And the Eagles are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
Rodgers to throw. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be P.I.
So pass interference, the call there. Always, obviously, Charles, such a subjective call. You agree with the penalty?
Well, from where we're standing right now, I think the officials are tightening things up here in the 2nd half. Maybe a defender gets away with that in the 1st, but this time the flag comes out, and I think it's a good call.
Up the middle they go. It's Warren. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Here comes 2nd down.
at the 33-yard line.
Now Rodgers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
To throw is Rodgers. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
Final minute, one timeout remaining. First and 10.
Back to throw, Rodgers. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
On first down, Warren. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Warren.
Jalen Warren, the ball carrier. He was brought down by Sidney Brown.
Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. So on now for the field goal try, Chris Boswell. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker.
A 43-yard attempt.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And the Steelers have won the game.
17.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. But today, two AFC teams set to do battle. It should be a good one, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Cincinnati Bengals.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
On to get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And we are underway from Cincinnati. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
It's good set. Hey, can. 11.
Play action. It's Burrow. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So pass interference, the call is so tough as a defender, I'd imagine, to time that up perfectly.
It certainly is difficult to get it exactly right because sometimes you're looking at getting there fractions of seconds too early. That one looked a little more obvious. Always a tough penalty to officiate. Just ask the basketball refs when they have to officiate block and charge.
Now a short one to Gesicki. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give them 15 yards to start their first drive of the game.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 18. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing. I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
He'll try and do this himself. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the first down. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. Looking to put a drive together.
Green 18. Hey, take 26.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
2nd and 7.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Warren. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after 1. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Warren to about the 40-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Up the middle they go. It's Warren.
And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
Yeah, looked good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. They swallowed him up. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He finds Austin complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 44-yard line.
The Steelers first down. A gain of 13 yards. And the Steelers first down.
Austin is there and brings in another one.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the Bengals' 35-yard line.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
From the 35, here's 2nd down at a yard.
Now a handoff up the middle. Warren. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Well, just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line.
Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Warren will try the right side.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
61 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, some nice running right there. That's what got them the first down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
Johnson.
And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Rodgers with a keeper. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Aaron Rodgers in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers.
Makes the score Steelers 7, Bengals nothing. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Right 80. What is that?
Final play of the half for Burrow and company. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Just the one touchdown in that first half. 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe making a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Warren. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Throwing is Rodgers. And this pass broken up. excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Good, clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3-and-out.
Rodgers to throw for it on fourth. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. So not only do they convert on fourth, but they pick up 22 yards in the process.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd. Yeah, after that one.
Here in the third quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case.
What a completion on a fourth down play.
First carry for Kenneth Gainwell. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Looking at a second and 11 now after the loss. Up the middle they go. Warren. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
Look at the 8. Hey, 88.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Oh, the ball comes out on a hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Rodgers going to go on fourth down. And he'll be brought down at the 27. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one.
First and 10 at the 27.
So the drive stays alive after the fourth down conversion. First and 10 inside the 30. They'll run on first down. It's Warren. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this third quarter of play. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. From the 23, here's second and 5. Here's a quick throw to Freiermuth. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a first and goal.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
As long as been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on first and goal.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. To Johnson again. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Steelers have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter.
And that right there is the definition of a statement drive. You're in the fourth quarter, trying to get to the finish line, and here they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101, check that box.
Bengals nothing. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Now it's Burrow. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Here's 1st down.
Here we go.
Burrow looking to pass.
Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Time becoming a factor, down 2 scores, though they have 2 timeouts and, of course, the 2-minute warning.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. Well, down 2 scores in the 4th quarter. It maybe wasn't quite desperation time, but it was getting close. And that interception there on the deep ball, that probably slams the door on their chances.
And maybe that was the thought process, that it wasn't quite desperation time. So now you take the shot before they're going to lay back any farther on defense. Go ahead and throw it downfield. Unfortunately, it didn't work.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers.
That's caught. It's Austin left side. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down.
A gain of 16 yards. 1st down, Pittsburgh.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Now a 2nd and 10.
319.
Rodgers looking to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his 1st sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
158.
Here's Rodgers.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 14. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
A gain of 13 yards. And the Steeler 1st down.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
319.
Now Rodgers. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
319.
Throwing now is Rodgers.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the fourth.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Burrow. And you're still in this game. Yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. There's your co-NFL record holder, T.J. Watt, doing what he does best, terrorizing quarterbacks. The decision made for him. They've got to go. It's 4th down. Throwing, Burrow. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
We are 20 minutes south of downtown Buffalo. It is Highmark Stadium here in Orchard Park, New York. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Buffalo Bills.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you, the veteran Chris Boswell, getting things started. And off we go from Orchard Park. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Now the first carry for the younger Cook brother. This is James Cook. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
Down at the 31. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up second
From
and
the
7.
31, here is second down and 7. Out of the gun, here's Allen. That's to the left side where he's got Kincaid. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third
It's
down.
a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
Operating out of the gun, here comes Allen. He's got his man, that's Coleman. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
That's good.
A gain of 21 on that pass play. First down, Buffalo.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Throwing is Allen. Aside that open man is Knox. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If they need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
A pickup there of 13. Good for a Bills first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense. Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Second and 10. Now Allen. This one caught by Khalil Shakir. And he's in! Khalil Shakir. Touchdown, Buffalo. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
This taken at the 5. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
They'll run. This is Jalen Warren. He'll work forward for a couple. It is Joey Bosa there on the tackle.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
From the 34-yard line, here's second and 8. They'll stay on the ground with Warren. Not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7?
You got 58. 58. Chip. 26.
On the shotgun, it's A-Rod. Open man, left side. He's got it. And he is taken down. A big gain on that one. Great way for them to end this opening quarter.
First down.
The Steelers with the football to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with 1st and 10.
Get 300. Get 300. 318. Jump out.
On 1st and 10, it's Warren. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
319.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. DK Metcalf was the intended target. And it's going to be 3rd down.
And their offensive struggles just continue to show up time after time here in this first half. It's going to be hard to sustain drives when you continue to put themselves in holes on these early downs like they did here.
On 3rd down, Rodgers. That'll be caught. It's Metcalf. Give him 14 on that one. Good for a Steeler 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. I had a defender draped all over him, incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
From the gun, Rodgers. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he's taken down, but they are in business. This sets up 1st and goal.
So here's a play, Mike, that is clearly designed to attack the middle 3rd of the field. So think it's roughly the space between the numbers. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And once he understood where his leverage was and he gets his head around, great job by the quarterback on time, delivering a strike.
A run up the middle with Warren. He'll get a yard or 2 to the 8. 2nd and goal.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 8-yard line.
Once again, it's Warren. Stop at the 6, and that sets up 3rd and goal.
6-yard line. It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
Jump out. 18.
That is caught out wide on the RPO. And he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Calvin Austin. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Chris Boswell on for the point after. He's got it. And the Steelers move out in front by a point. It's 7-6.
Still 6. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. On the return, it's Ty Johnson. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field.
At their own 22-yard line.
On first down, it's Allen. This one batted away. Good coverage there. It's incomplete. Jalen Ramsey, he is tough to throw on. There to bat that one away.
It's his ability to change direction. He's able to go from his back pedal to then driving that route fast enough that he gets to the ball immediately as it arrives, and he's able to knock it down.
To the air. On second down, here's Allen. This one brought in by Curtis Samuel. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. The Bills going to use the first of their timeouts, and they stop it with 19 seconds to go in this opening half. Allen going to throw on first and 10. A pass caught by the veteran. That's Brandon Cooks. And it'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line. Now a timeout, Buffalo. They're second as they stop it with 13 seconds to play in this opening half. One more time going up top with Allen. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
He'll find Shakir open right side. Now whistles. Timeout. 3 seconds left in this first half. The veteran Matt Prater now out to try this field goal. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts to talk things over before third down. So Sean McDermott going to send on the field goal unit now. This is going to be from 53 yards out. Prater's kick is good. We have hit halftime. We'll take a quick break and come back. Second half of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This is still anyone's ball game at this point. The difference is just 2 as we begin quarter number 3. This will be returned from the 6. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. We'll start this on the ground with Warren. And he's able to push his way forward. A gain of about 2. It'll be second down.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Second down, 8 to go from the 28. On second down, Warren. And this will be a short pickup to about the 30. Matt Milano there to stop him.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
3rd and 6.
Go to 50. Hey, you. Wipe up. This is the 8. Hey, check 26.
Now Rodgers. He's got his tight end. That's Freiermuth. A gain of 16 yards. That's a Steeler first down.
First down. A gain of 16 yards. First down, Pittsburgh.
Look at the 8. Yeah, live. Keep it.
They'll run straight ahead with Warren. He'll push forward for about a yard. That's Gregory Rousseau in on the stop.
Gregory Rousseau. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at their 48-yard line.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. The tight end, Jonnu Smith, secures it. Big strides. Look at him go. And he will score. Jonnu Smith, touchdown Steelers. Using the tight end to get to the end zone, Greg, it's your old position. You're very familiar with that. That catch and carry, what an ability for your tight end to take it to the house.
Yeah, and this was never really the strength of my game, Mike, but we're seeing so many tight ends around the league who not only are great at securing the catch and making the tough ones, but it's their ability to extend the play after the catch that's separating them, just like we saw here.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Johnson now to return. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there.
Their own 25-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with Cook. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. We'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
They go play action now. Here's Allen. Forced to his right. He's going to keep it himself. And a nice gain there. He's out of bounds, and that will bring up 3rd down.
That's a smart play. 2nd down, don't force it if it's not there. He's able to tuck it, pick up some extra yards, and set up a more manageable 3rd down.
Allen on 3rd down. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a 4th down.
So often we see quarterbacks get themselves in trouble when you move the pocket towards the sideline. It really takes away half of the field. So give credit. He doesn't try to throw back across his body, put the ball in harm's way. Just simply throws this ball out of bounds and lives for the next play.
That's incomplete. Derek Hall on 4th down.
It's a stadium known for its design, its noise, and a fan base so passionate. Brock, you know this firsthand. They've retired a jersey number for them. Welcome, everybody, to Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Coming up, we have a good one for you. Between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Seattle Seahawks.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Ball is teed up. Chris Boswell to do the honors. And we're underway from Seattle. Here's Young to return this. And this drive will start inside the 25.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Offense out now to get us started. It's first and 10.
Here we go, son. Red 80. Go 80. Go red 80. Hey, set.
Now Darnold off the play action. And his first offering of the game winds up incomplete.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Here we go, son. Hey, son.
Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
That's good.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
Go 80. Hey, son.
Throwing on first. Here's Darnold. Steelers bringing pressure. No place to go. Down he goes. And that sack drives him in the wrong direction, partner, ahead of this second down.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
The Steelers calling their first time out. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. In a real troublesome spot here, Brock. That sack has him set up second down and 21.
Go 80. Red 80. Hey, son.
Out of the gun. Here's Darnold. Into a crowd. And, oh, intercepted. Asante Samuel Jr. makes the play. And the Steelers bring it all the way back inside the red zone before he's finally hauled down. How quickly things can change, huh? From kickoff to now, already looking at an entirely different picture, Brock. They get the interception, and they're going to take over in perfect position to score our first points.
You know, we talk about scripting for offense all the time, but flip it around. That could not be a better script for this defense, not just to get a stop, but to take the ball away and now set your offense up for success.
Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Inside.
On second down, Warren. He's right up next to that first down. Doesn't quite get there. Gain of 9. That brings up third and short.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
They sent him right up the gut, but he wasn't able to get anywhere. The defense braced for impact, and they made the stop. It's 4th down.
That's all you could really expect from a sneak, Kate. One, maybe a couple yards. So in that way, their job was executed. But the play call, well, that leaves me, and I think many, scratching our heads.
Jumbo! 319!
Going for it with Warren. And they come through to stay on the field. That is enough to set this offense up with a 1st and goal.
Okay, you call that play in a huddle as a quarterback, you break the huddle, and you can almost feel it right from the jump. You get that surge at the point of attack on 4th and short. They did, and then some to move those chains.
1st down, and they go right back to it. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
Guessing everybody in the huddle on the sidelines sure wanted a little bit more from that run, but you didn't go backwards. Still in a great spot, and can't wait to see what they do here on 2nd and goal.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal.
319!
All right, still scoreless through 1 quarter, but that looks like it's going to change pretty soon. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the 2nd. More from Lumen Field in just a minute. It's Steelers ball as we return for the 2nd, and they have to be thinking points here.
319!
Firing quickly as Rodgers complete. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers get the game's first points here in the 2nd. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock, but I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
Point after up and good from Boswell. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Young on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. Set.
First play of the drive. Here's Walker. Makes a cut to the right sideline. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. That one hits for 30. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on the broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
Completed over the middle. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
That's not a big completion on the stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
2nd down now. They need 7. Play fake. Darnold. This is caught. That's caught. And their next snap is going to come from the red zone, Brock. He's down to that 17-yard line. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
Well, that is a well-designed route right there. He really made it easy to get that pass to him. Creating space, QB receiver, deliver.
Here's Darnold, 1st and 10. He gets it complete to Kenneth Walker. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. Offense in the hurry up here.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
And again, it's Darnold. This one's caught. And they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal here from the 7. Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its 2nd timeout. They're down to their final one in this half.
first down.
A play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
First and goal. Here's Walker. And he's able to manage a couple on that run. Quite a defensive battle, Brock, that we have got so far as we've reached our 2-minute warning. More from Lumen Fields coming right up. Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's second and goal. They go to him again. And this time the defense rallies to him. He's stopped for a loss. The Steelers use their third and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. So the run goes backwards. What do you think, Brock? Is it time that they start getting a little more aggressive, take some more risks offensively?
Not in my book. You've not earned that right. I think a lot of play callers feel that same way, too. I mean, you get to earn the right to be aggressive. And
they take it across the goal line. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks earn the chance to tie it before halftime. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to fourth and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
And how about the other side? Beating a defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on third and goal.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Calvin Austin on the return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10.
258.
Rodgers from the gun. Into the hands of Pat Fryermuth. And this gets close to the red zone. He is inside the 25.
You know, Kent, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play.
50 at 319.
Throw left side finds Fryermuth. And he's brought down at the line.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera club. How many different guys can get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
Second and 10. Need something positive here.
Right now, you got 58. That's Jim. 319. Hey, Mike. 26.
From the shotgun, here's Rodgers. That's incomplete left side. DK Metcalf, the intended receiver. So they're left facing third and long. Well, they connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
319. Go to 50.
Rodgers going to throw here, third down. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up fourth down. So they take their shot for the end zone, Brock, rather than focusing on that first down marker. And now they've got a decision to make.
Yeah, I think with that incompletion, they've made the decision. You better send that field goal team on. They took their shot. They just couldn't finish it.
A 39-yard attempt.
Boswell able to knock it through. And that's going to break our tie and give them a 3-point advantage.
Going to feel just a little bit better going into halftime. Anytime you score points right before the final frame, and for the kicker, well, he pays off his teammates' hard work.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Young on the return. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
Over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
It's first and 10 for their final drive of the half. We've got 23 seconds remaining. From the gun, Darnold. That's caught. Rashid Shaheed makes the play. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're first to 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
What a jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line.
Red 80.
They kick the running back in motion. First and 10, Darnold. That one's going to fall incomplete. No luck there. Just 11 seconds remaining. Intended target that time was Kenneth Walker. So that brings up second down.
Geez, with each incompletion, each turnover, each sack, you can almost just feel this offense's frustration. Really imperative this quarterback stay positive. Just keep chopping away.
Putting the tight end in motion. On second and 10 now. Darnold. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
A loss of 9 on the play. Brings up third down.
So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. On the return, here comes Austin. He's got a lane up past the 30. And that's where they'll begin the drive following his efforts.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, 88.
A run from Warren here to start the third. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because Hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
Rodgers off the play action. Defender's there, and he forces the incompletion. Good play to bring about this third down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets two, it could have gone the other way.
So after that prior incompletion, it's third down.
Jump out! Luke, go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Here he goes, third and long. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Get 300! Get 300!
On first down, Warren. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
That's caught in stride by Fryermuth. A lot of minutes on the move here. There it is. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers grow the lead coming out of halftime. Pat Fryermuth, the touchdown.
That play really had all the elements you're looking for from a tight end, showing that he can stretch that field. If you're out, check. Secure the catch, quickly become a runner, check. And finally go finish that drive off and celebrate with your homeboys.
Boswell gets that point after to go. And the Steelers make it a 10-point ball game.
17. Seahawks 7. Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Now Boswell on to send this away. No return as this bounces into the end zone. The ball's coming out to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Seahawks just about set. Here's first and 10.
Girl, set. Go, lady.
Drive begins with a walker run. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Can lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down.
Here we go, set. Yep. Go, 80. Red 80. Hey, set.
Throwing now out of the shotgun. Complete to Walker on the check down. And this is going to be out of bounds. Defense catches up to him near that 45. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
You just got to love that angle, right? It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off the first down.
He's out in the clear. Free inside the 30. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Seahawks start the second half with some needed points. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
Myers to add the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Seahawks cut it to a field goal game.
17, Seahawks 14. Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a three-point game now. And he mishit this one badly. It's out of bounds short of the 40, and they're going to take over at that spot. So first down from the 41. Fires right away, but incomplete.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
No luck on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. It's caught right side by Freiermuth. Tried to beat him with a quick pass, but not quick enough. That winds up as a loss.
A good RPO play, it takes a lot of time. Proper decision-making from a calm, cool, collected offense. Well, that one didn't have any of it.
Seahawks sending out the dime look here ahead of this 3rd down. A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the 3rd quarter. It's the Steelers with the ball. They are leading, but not by a lot. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. He'll throw it. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Look at them. They don't want to surrender the lead or possession. The offense staying out there on 4. Looking to throw. And this is rejected. The defender knocks the throw away and forces a turnover on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Here's Milrow, 1st and 10. Finds him on the crossing route. He runs this to the 25 before being brought down. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. They've got a man in motion.
19-18.
Walker on 1st down. And this hasn't been a common side out of him tonight, but the defense wins this rep. He's limited to no gain on the carry. And dose of the hurry up here.
Tap the 60, tap the 60.
At the Steelers' 25-yard line.
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
They'll motion him out of the backfield.
Ready, right?
From the gun, Milrow. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And it'll be 3rd down coming up after this defense's 3rd sack of the game.
How many times over the course of the season do we see a quarterback like this, Cade, run out of so many sacks? So impressive. He didn't just get him once. That's now twice.
Street, street.
Shaheed motioning right. Looking to throw. What a clutch play late. He intercepts it. Chuck Clark has it. And the Steelers see their return stop just a little bit short of their own 30. Wanted to hit his tight end there, but a defender anticipated it, got a hand on it, and it is picked up.
Yeah, I think this defense is today have figured it out. There's a lot of good tight ends, and they can be mismatch makers, so you better have an awareness and coverage of where those tight ends are. This defense did. And boy, what a big play to take that ball away.
The Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
Get 300, get 300. Look at you.
They'll start on the ground here with Warren. And they come through with a big stop there. Got him down for the loss as they keep fighting back here in the 4th. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock, here that got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
All right, here we go. 2nd down.
26, 18. Get 300, get 300. Look at you.
Completed left side to Smith. And he's going to be pushed out up near that 40-yard line. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
And the Steelers
Move the chains! Got to move them chains! Build momentum to keep that defense on its heels.
New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38.
Look at the 8.
This is Metcalf working that right side. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
A gain of 13 yards. 1st down.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10.
Look at the 8. Screen 19.
Firing quickly as Rodgers complete. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. Double coverage, deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
Warren running between the tackles. Great decision to bounce this outside, Brock. Gets him about 8 yards on the run. It's 2nd down. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're 1st and 3. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2.
Look at the 8. Screen 19.
They'll go again with Warren. And it's going to be a win for the Steelers. He gets them the first, and they can run this clock out. Now Seattle going to call it 2nd timeout. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Here's a design run. So the Steelers come in and take this on the road. And finally, Brock, they can exhale and take a few breaths. Because I don't imagine any of them were breathing easy during that one with how close this game was.
Them or us? We're both.
All of us.
Yeah,
all of the above.
It is so hard, Kate, to match the adrenaline surge they feel right now.